Let me ask you, do you know anyone who have a tough times or sometimes even tougher times at the anniversary of a loss? As a grief coach, one of the most common questions I hear is, how do I navigate the anniversary? And a fair number of people who come to me for help actually come after the 6 months or the 1 year anniversary of a loss. And so, how do we navigate the anniversaries, these painful anniversaries? Firstly, is to understand what's going on. By knowing what's going on with you, you can help navigate, you can help yourself navigate this. And the reasons many people have tough times with anniversary, sometimes even tougher times with anniversary, is firstly, it brings up this memory. We a lot of times something happen and we do our best to move forward in life. And the anniversary bring up the memory, sometimes the trauma associated with what happened. And the other reasons the anniversary can be very painful is depend on the type of loss. A lot of time at the beginning, there are a lot of people around us. There are a lot of people who are supporting us. And while anniversary, some people would remember and still reach out, usually the number of people who are there for us trying to help us navigate is significantly less. And so when we don't have all this support that help distract us from the pain, we feel the pain even more. And the other part is at the beginning, sometimes we're so busy, depend on what happened. We need to pay attention to a lot of logistic. Let's say a loved one passed away, and then you need to take care of a funeral, and then all of the paperwork, and sometimes, or you need to travel and all these things. This actually this actually make you not able to grieve. And now at anniversary, not only you are reminded of it, but also it brings back the grief that you had to push away. But there is a saying that you cannot permanently push away grief, sort of like you cannot bury a worm forever. So the anniversary serve as a reminder and bring it back up. It's unburied the grief that you were able to initially bury. And for some of us, sometimes, even when it is a passing of a loved one, and it logically doesn't always make sense, but when it is, for some of us, there is a part of our heart that at the beginning, still sort of like in a state of, well, maybe this is just a nightmare. Maybe this is just a bad dream. And then at the 6 months and then at the 1 year, your heart say, you know what? This is not just a dream. This is not just a nightmare. This really did happen. And at that time, you feel the devastations even more. Whichever reasons that it is that cause you a lot of heartache, firstly, my heart goes out to you. And knowing what happening with you naturally, if it is the support, one way to help you navigate anniversary is to reach out for support. Allowing support, if it's a lot of time, it's not the number of people, but making sure that you have some support during the anniversary with family member, with relatives, with friends who are able to understand and relate. And sometimes it's even with support group. Many people come to my support group, says, oh, you know what? I just want to make sure that the next 2 weeks we're going to be here because it will be anniversary. And yes, having people who are able to relate with you can be very helpful on the anniversary. Even better if somebody can be with you, even if it is part of the day. Let's say you have a friend who's going to be with you in the morning, and then another friend or relatives in the afternoon, and then somebody else in the evening on the date of the anniversary. That is one way to help with the anniversary. And then the other way to help with the anniversary is to allow yourself a lot of flexibility, if at all possible, at the early anniversary, to allow yourself to not have a full schedule. it's okay to plan something for the day. Some people say absolutely don't plan anything for the day. But if you are planning something for the day with people who understand you and can be flexible. So let's say you plan, oh, we're gonna go out for lunch, but the person understand that if you're really not feeling good, you might cancel on the lunch. It's actually good to have a plan because that is something that allow you to be able to look forward to. But if you're not feeling up to it, the person understand that, okay, if we are canceling, it's going to be okay. Or if you go out and you say after an hour, you say, you know what? I really just rather be in a more quiet place. Can we cut the lunch short? And people whom you are with be okay with that. That's actually a good thing to have something that is very flexible. If you work, perhaps if possible, to have the day off from work so you don't under a certain obligation to perform and to have a flexibility on your day, the day of anniversary, even better if you're able to do it the day before and the day after. And the other part is to know that it is normal. Many times we feel, oh, what's good? It is something wrong with me and so forth. To know that it is normal to not feel to have sometimes even tougher time at anniversary and to be kind to yourself, to make it okay for you to feel your feelings. A lot of times feelings are like waves, it goes up and down. And so allow you to feel your feelings and navigate through that, knowing that this can goes up and down, and then also in a way to expect the unexpected. Some of us actually feel okay, particularly if we have the support and we plan accordingly, we prepare accordingly to for the anniversary. We many people who has come to my group or even if they have not worked with me, they said, okay, you know what, with all these tips, I was okay, but also prepare for the unexpected. That's why we would want to be flexible in our plan if you have a plan. But there are a couple things, those are a couple things that you can do for this anniversary of unpleasant event or painful event. And of course, if you find yourself, it is normal to have the wave of the wave of emotions come. But then if you find yourself being trapped with there, or you find as the anniversary approach, you start having more challenge navigating. Some people notice, oh my gosh, now I am starting to have panic attack or depressions or something. Then you would want, if the emotion persists or you're having really, really tough time, you would want to allow support, to allow professional support. And please know that whether it's been 6 months, whether it's been a year, or it's been a decade, sometimes some people have that 1 decade anniversary and then it suddenly hit them. Please know that even if you have a really tough time, if you allow support, there is hope. Some of my clients has experienced their grief for decades, some months. And when you are able to receive the proper support, there is hope that it is possible for you to be able to navigate and move through and beyond your grief and move forward. Not forgetting, not get over, but to be able to move through and move forward. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel welcome to put it in the comment, as well as feel welcome to email me directly, drtanforgrief@gmail.com. If you find this useful, feel welcome to share it with anyone, and to subscribe, as well as to like this video so you can continue to receive upgrades. This is Dr. BirgitteTan with Joyful Riches Beyond Grief. I care about you and I look forward